Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Political Brown Kid here, and I just wanted to bring up this sad story and just kind of have a quick discussion about it. Definitely leave your comments. Also, hit the like and subscribe. I know that sounds bad to say that at this point in time for the video, but definitely do that. But also, definitely leave comments. I enjoy people's feedback so we can have good discussions on stuff. Here's the thing. As you can see, there's a young black female. She's 19 years of age, or was 19 years of age. Her name was Sade Robinson. She went out on a date with this 33-year-old white male bartender named Maxwell Anderson. Apparently, they went out, and in the process of them going out, he basically, I'm going to use the word everyone uses for the internet, he unalived her and took her apart. So I'm trying to avoid certain words. Then burnt her car. So I think he's just been convicted or he's on trial now. So the thing that I want to bring up is just kind of this, and I know you're going to be like, this is maybe or maybe not being appropriate at the time. I think it is appropriate, so I'm going to bring it up. Of all the things and the strife that we have going on between black men and black women, and it's like we make up every excuse. Black men make up, you'll see a lot of channels where black men are making excuses to dump quote unquote quiches as they want to try and throw names at people and to don't take them back. Even when you see black women apologizing and saying, on behalf of all sisters, black men don't give up on us. You still have black people saying, no, don't listen to that. And I don't understand that type of behavior. On the flip side, you have a lot of black females that have given up on black men and they don't care. They call them dusties. They call them whatever they want to call them. They call them all kind of names and they justify that to go date white men and basically solicit themselves to white men. They'll fall all over they'll drop down to their knees and beg and plead white men to date them. And they look at us and they just kind of like, well, we don't need to beg and plead y'all. So that's where I'm going at with this. Here's a 19-year-old female dating a 33-year-old male. So that's like a 14-year age difference. Just looking at some, and females tend to do that. So that's not a big deal. But some females I know definitely that are 19, they're coming to me like, please, I'm not trying to date. They'll be like, that's too big of an age difference. But then, for a 19-year-old, because they look at you as being old, So that's number one. Then number two, the guy's a bartender. And trust me, I don't have nothing against or anything against occupations. I do not. But the point that I'm trying to pull is this. When you have a lot of black women out here downing people that drive buses, downing people that work regular jobs, you got people on the internet just lying, males and females lying, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and they probably make less than $30,000. They'd be probably better off getting a regular job. But when you have people so high up on status and positions, here once again, black female makes concessions for white men. Oh, he's a bartender. I'll go on a date with him. He's 33. He's 14 years older than me. I'll go on a date with him. And also, the problem too that I'm having is, where are all of these divestor women at? Once again, like I pointed out for the men, when someone apologizes and on behalf of their gender and they're trying to make amends, and for I see certain male people say, don't believe that, dump these quiches. I don't believe that. That is so wrong. Black people need to stick together. And so when you have a white man just unaliving and taking apart a black female, you don't have any black female channels, at least that I have not seen. If you've seen them, drop them in the comments. You don't see any of these and I'm talking about specifically about the divestors, the Cynthia G's, all of those type of women. Where are these women at talking about this is a concern that white men are unaliving us and maybe we need to go back to black men? You don't hear that. You don't, because one thing I'll say, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, women will never admit that they were ever wrong. So that's why when they make a decision, they have to stand firm on it. When a woman says, I'm divesting, no matter what kind of treatment she gets from the other side, she can't go back because she has too much pride. And pride is going to get you wound up just like this female right here. And she looks like a lovely young woman. And I do, have sympathy for her family. And I'm not trying to make light of her situation. But the problem using her as a narrative and as an example that it seems like we tolerate everything from other races. We demand a lot from each other. Black women demand so much from black men and vice versa, but we don't demand better from other races. I told y'all this. Number one. Two, I'm going to point out another thing. When you look at this picture of this black female, and I've said this before, normally when you used to see black women that crossed over dating white men, they were Oreos. They were black girls that looked white. You could look at them and be like, oh yeah, she's a white girl. She dressed like a goth. She just carried herself like a white girl. These black women that are chasing white men now, they look like black women. Braids, everything. Hair, style, attitude, swag, everything black, but they date white men. That's number one. Number two, you have not seen a full body picture of this young woman, but this young woman had a nice physique and is a nice, very attractive young female. And that's what I've been telling y'all before. When you look at a black woman, if she has a nice physique and if she has a nice disposition, normally she's not dealing with us. She wants a white man. And the only thing black men get left with are the big, chunky girls, the girls that they abandon you after one red flag. That red flag could be you sneezed the wrong way, or maybe you picked up a gnat. They call everything a red flag. You showed up 2 minutes late to an appointment, and you even called to say, hey, I'm running 2 minutes late. The traffic got me. They look at everything we do as a red flag, but nothing that white people do are red flags to black people. It's a brother online. Y'all can check him out. He goes by Accountable Commentary. He has another channel as well. And he even points out, he'll show you and illustrate how, black women, and not that I needed his channel to show me this because I personally experienced it, but black women, they'll tolerate dealing with a racist white man. On his channel, he literally showed a black female who talked about she was dating this white guy who used the N-word excessively, put down her hair, her natural hair, and they were sitting in the truck. She was sitting in the back seat. He was in the front with his other buddy who had the Confederate flag on his truck, and they were using the N-word, and she's just sitting in the back. So you're out with two white men. One has a Confederate flag. They continually talk negative about racist stuff, and yet you still stay. You have these black women that'll go out on dates. They see that white men are just fetishizing them and just using them and even unaliving them, but they'll still justify dating out. And that's the point that I wanted to make. So I'd like to get your thoughts. Definitely do that. And also hit the like and subscribe button. This is the Political Brown Kid. I'm out.